Jamma Jones here with John Ortiz.
What's up, what's up, what's up?
He is here visiting from New York City, and as an expert rollerblade instructor, I figured this would be a great time for somebody to teach us how to rollerblade.
Yeah, I'm just curious. How's your rollerblading skills?
They could be better.
I know you're a great roller skater. We all know she's a great roller skater, but I'm just curious.
I mean, I can roll forward, I could stop, I could maybe drop in a ramp, could maybe do a little grind.
Whoa, okay, so that's extra, okay.
I mean, I've been
so you're a little better than a beginner.
Little bit. I'm better than a beginner for sure, yeah.
Okay, cool. So let's talk about some beginner stuff. Well, firstly, let me tell you about myself. So my name is John. I like these skates, by the way.
Oh, thank you, yeah.
Yeah, they kind of...
My K2s.
Yeah, these are awesome. So I'm from New York City, as she said, and I run Go Sports USA, and we're a skate school in New York City. And I've been skating for almost 30 years. Then I've been teaching for about 15 years. I was a professional, and I got too old to do that stuff because breaking bones hurts.
You were a professional through retirement when it was,
yeah, kind of, yeah, I guess. But I started having more fun teaching because I just love working with kids, and it's more fun teaching and it's safer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, good stuff.
And for me, it was a thing where it was like I had no one to teach me. Rollerblading was so brand new, and me and my friends, we hurt ourselves a lot. I just don't want kids to go through that. I want them to have fun, right? So yeah.
All right, well, let's teach them the steps that they need to know to have fun while learning how to skate.
All right, cool. So how about I go through the process of putting on our skates first, because that's kind of important, right? You got to know how to put it on properly, because if your gear is not perfect, you're going to have trouble skating. So let's do that first. Firstly, obviously, helmet. It's the most important thing, right? You want to protect your head, because without your head, nothing happens, right? So I'm going to sit down right here, and I'm going to show you guys my knee pads to protect my knees, obviously. And these things, which are hand pads or wrist guards, they're a little tricky to put on, so I'll explain it. Knee pads are pretty straightforward. Most of the pads have straps, but they also have a sleeve, so you can like double up. So I'm gonna put it on with the sleeve over my pants. It kind of goes on like a sock, and you're just gonna tighten the strap. Some of them are a little different. They're pretty straightforward though. Knee pads are pretty easy. There's also elbow pads too, which are the same as knees, but for today we're not going to use elbow pads, but if you do have elbows, obviously use them. I'm an aggressive skater, which means like skate park, ramps and all that stuff, so obviously we wear our helmets. But whether you're in the skate park or you're just cruising down the street, definitely want this thing. Like I said, pads are different, so some pads, they might be upside down if you don't check properly. Some pads, that doesn't matter. These technically matter. So if whatever brand you have is upside down while you look at it, it's probably right. If you can see it and it looks good, then perfect. That's where you want it.
It looks right side up for me.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, now we also have wrist guards, duh. But I'm not gonna put them on. If you put these things on first, it's gonna be kind of hard to put on your skates. So we actually put on our skates seated, and before you stand up, you'll put on your hand pads. So, like I said, these are aggressive skates. They're a little different from probably what you're going to use to learn rollerblading. I don't suggest learning to skate with aggressive skates, because these are highly specialized skates. They're heavier, they're modified, they have tiny little wheels that are really hard, and they're kind of for people that already know how to skate. But it's what I got.
But something like this, maybe.
Exactly. Thank you, Indy.
Yeah.
That right there is a perfect skate to learn on, and I'll show you why before I put on my other skate. So these obviously are very comfortable. It's more of like a cloth material, and it has big perfect wheels that are really soft and they're grippy. So for pretty much any surface you're going to skate on, these are going to be perfect. My skates are big and bulky with tiny little hard wheels, and I actually have wheels in the middle that don't even touch the floor. That's known as anti-rocker. So we can do grinds and stuff and not get stuck when we're sliding on things. So you don't want to learn on these technically. Definitely go for skates like that. And just finish lacing these.
So we do the fast forward.
Okay, yay. Now, I have my skates on, so I'm gonna put on these wrist guards. Wrist guards are tricky, okay? So typically they have 3 straps. 2 little ones on the top and the bottom, and a big longer one. So you can just hold it open, kind of like that. Now the thing is, there's always a hole for a thumb, and it has these plastic things in the front, these splints, That'll protect your palm. We all know where our palm is. So basically, you have to kind of put your thumb through the hole and see if that plastic goes over your palm. Now that's over the top of my hand, so that's the wrong hand. So I'll try with the other. Thumb through the hole, plastic over the palm, perfect. So then you'll take the big strap, wrap it all the way around, put it in the middle, then top to the top, bottom to the bottom, done. Should totally look like this. Now I'm stressing it because this stuff gets confusing. The wrist guards are kind of a pain, but it'll save your wrist, so gotta do it. Thumb through the hole, wrap around, top, bottom, boom. I'm ready to skate. So, I'm gonna teach you how to stand up first, okay? I'm just assuming that you're a total beginner and you don't know what you're doing yet, so let's start from the very beginning. You're gonna wanna roll over because it's pretty much impossible, not impossible, but it's hard to get up from your butt. So you're gonna wanna turn around and you're gonna get on your knees, okay? Now if you notice, I have a towel down on the floor. You can have a towel or a mat or anything that's off the carpet in your house, something that'll help you with balance, because you don't want to just do it on the floor just yet. We'll get to that in a second. So we're on our knees. We're going to do what's called a perfect fall position. And I call it a perfect fall because if you fall in this position, which is your knees and your hands, doesn't matter if you're going down a hill or if you're flying 70 miles an hour, it doesn't matter. If you fall in this position and you slide on the plastic, you're going to be totally fine. So that's why we call it the perfect fall. But it also helps us get up. Okay, so you're going to put your hands down. You're going to take one leg. I'm a lefty, so I use my left. It doesn't matter which one. And then I'll put my hand right here. Or you could put your hands down on the floor. This is really a tricky part. Getting up is not easy. So if you fall over, it's okay. Just keep trying. So keep your hands down. And then you're going to do a little squat. Basically squat like a frog or a kangaroo, whatever. And then you're going to slowly use your hands to push yourself up. And as soon as I'm standing up, you want to fix your feet and make them parallel. Because if they're not parallel and you don't know what you're doing yet, they're going to kind of run away from each other, blah, and you're going to fall. Okay? So the second you stand up, parallel feet, take a deep breath. Guess what? We're standing.
Yay!
It's kind of rad. So before you even bother skating, I want you to just chill, just relax, breathe, and get used to just standing on your feet and feeling comfortable. Like I said, if your feet are running away from each other, it's probably because your feet aren't parallel just yet. Okay, so fix your feet, make sure they're straight. Now if you fix it too much and you start pointing your toes inwards, you might actually start rolling backwards by accident. So whether you're rolling forwards or backwards, fix your feet and just relax. Sounds good? Cool. Now, before we start moving, I want you guys to get comfortable with falling, because guess what? We're all gonna fall. I still fall after 30 years of skating. Everyone's gonna fall. So what you wanna do is be comfortable with that perfect fall, okay? Now these are all skills and things that I learned teaching-wise through the Skate IA. They're an organization and they certify skate instructors all over the country. I'm a certified skate instructor. All my employees at Go Sports USA certified skate instructors, and this is how we like to teach. So, perfect fall. There's 3 steps. Step 1, hands in front, look like a zombie. Step 2, you want to bend your knees and really lean forward. It's really simple. Just make believe there's like a $100 bill on the floor and you want it, right? You don't want to stand up straight because you'll instantly fall backwards, and trust me, it's the worst. All right, so hands in front, bend your knees. And then step 3 is you're gonna get lower, 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 and go to your hands and knees. Perfect fall. Now, if you noticed, I kept my fingers up because the plastic protects your palm and not your fingers. So if I dig my fingers down into the ground, they might get hurt. So when you do the perfect fall, fingers up. It's pretty rad, actually. And teaching in the schools, like, this is probably the favorite part of the kids that are first timers. Like, when they realize they can fall and not get hurt, they go nuts and just do the perfect fall over and over and over. It's kind of fun to watch. So remember, I taught you guys how to get up, right? So we're gonna do it all over again. One leg up, other leg up, squat like a kangaroo or frog. Slowly, slowly stand up, and success. Now, let me teach you quickly how to move forward. I'm still standing on my mat or my towel. If you have a mat, cool, carpet, whatever. Before you move forward, we're gonna do what we call, it's like marching like a soldier essentially. So you're gonna march in place. So the first 2 rules of the perfect fall, which are 1 and 2, you're gonna do that as well to move forward. Basically 1 and 2 always use it. You always want to lean forward and you always want to stay low, because if you're standing tall like a tree, you're going to fall like a tree. Not fun. So always hands forward and stay nice and low. So we're going to march like a soldier, but we're not going to go anywhere. We're just going to stay in place and just get used to picking up our feet, because the funny thing about skating, and it happens all the time, people get stuck to the floor like there's a magnet on the floor. They're just like, what is going on? So you got to learn to pick up those feet so that you can get mobile. Now once you're moving, you're not going to keep your feet parallel anymore. You only do that while you're staying still. You're going to take your feet and you're going to start to open them up in a letter V, and it's somehow going to instantly start getting you to move forward. That's just how the balance is. And you got to really pick up those feet and keep going. Okay? So we already learned perfect fall and we learned how to move forward. How about we put it together? So watch this. Again, hands in front, bend your knees, deep breath. I know it's a lot going on, but just deep breath. Start moving those feet, open them up in a letter V, and you're just gonna instantly start going forward. And how about we try that perfect fall, because it's really important to get used to it. So hands in front, bend your knees, and perfect fall. And that's pretty much it. And I don't think I want to give you too much more information. I think we should just stick to this. So we got the perfect fall, and we've got getting up, and we got moving forward. I want to show you guys the brakes, but guess what? I don't have any brakes, okay? So I can't really teach you that today. Like I said, these are aggressive skates. But essentially, if you wanted to know the brake and you have a brake on and you want to try it, same two rules. Hands in front, bend your knees, and you're going to do what's called a scissor. The brakes are always on your right foot. That's just how skates are. You only have one brake, so it would be on the right foot. So you do what's called a scissor, where you bring right foot in front, left foot behind, and you're going to lift your right foot until the brake touches the floor. Okay, now you never want to lift it so high that your wheels come off the ground. You want the back wheel and you want the brake touching at the same time, and then you start to apply pressure. That's basically how you stop. Make sense? I hope so. All right, so I feel like these things right here will get you going as a beginner. And if you have any more questions, I don't know, we could figure it out together.
Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Planet Roller Skate. Thank you, John.
Thank you.
For teaching us how to put our gear on, stand up, and roll forward. It's a pretty solid start.
Yeah, I hope so, and I hope you take it and just continue. If you do want to continue, check out for more videos, because they're going to be up and coming, huh?
Yeah, if you guys like this episode, we are definitely going to be making more how to rollerblade videos, so let us know in the comments if you liked it, if you want to see more. Let's do it.
Yeah, and like I said, I run programming in New York City. Huge schools, right? We teach 100 kids at a time sometimes, so I love working with lots of people. If you want to see some videos, go to gosportsusa.org or gosportsusa.com, and you can get an idea of our programming. If you have any questions, you can email me, go@gosportsusa.org.
There you go. We'll link all of that info down below. And thank you for being such a great resource for us.
Thank you. Much love.
All right, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit up planetrollerskate.shop for everything you need from helmet to toe stop. Until next time,
Later, skaters.